So we're going to look at adjusting today the drive belt tension on a gear drive Toro walk behind. And I hope I can put some light on this here. Yeah, that's better than before. Okay, let's see if we can do it this way. That's this belt right here. It's nice and got some tension on it now, okay? So I don't know if I want to really do this. I just did it, but the light wasn't good enough. See this bolt right here? That needs to be loosened with, in this case, a 14 millimeter, and it has to be a deep socket. You need to be able to get some clearance here. You don't want to use an open end or even a closed end wrench on this, because if you slip you'll hurt yourself. So use a deep socket, put that bad boy on there, and oh gosh, the 14 millimeter in my case happens to be a really snug fit, and that's what we want. Dang it. I gotta find something to place that flashlight on to get a little better light up in there. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, that should do it. It's a little upside down. Well, what you want to do, you want to get up under here, fit that 14 millimeter onto that nut and loosen it. Push it that way. Okay. Dang, this thing's filthy down here. Really need to get up under here and clean this up. Once it's loose, you ain't got to loosen it a whole lot, but enough to where you can move the pulley. Just that thing right there. You want to get the screwdriver through the slot and then turn it and then push against the flat part of the pulley where the belt would ride. Don't push against the outer edge. Okay, I'll show you from down below what we're talking about. You want to push against the inside flat part here with that screwdriver, not the outer lip, because you'll bend it. Push against that. Once you got your screwdriver in place, you gotta do a couple of things. Now, unfortunately, I gotta set the camera up a certain way too. So I do apologize for the interruption, but to get the right angle on the camera, okay, you're gonna want to get with this screwdriver in such a way that you're getting tension on it, and hold it with your right hand. Okay, hold that screwdriver with your right hand and crawl up under the back of the mower. Can we see that? Yes. So while the screwdriver is applying tension to the pulley, I'm going to loosen it just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, doesn't have to be real loose, but do you see how it's moving now? That's good enough. That belt needs to have about, okay, you see what it's doing? When I pull down on that there screwdriver, pull it down like that, I get more tension on the belt. It doesn't, you don't want it too tight, you don't want it too loose, about like that. Okay, and once it's on there, I can't remember if then you want to hold the screwdriver and tighten that nut, and you want to kind of give it a little, and then that's it. Okay, here's the little slot from down below where we see it, where the screwdriver went through, and again you want to get it up against this surface of the pulley where the belt would ride. You know, of course the belt's on this side. And once you learn how to do that, it's really not a complicated process. It looks a little bit daunting because you're holding a screwdriver and this crazy thing in the other hand, but that's why I like the 14mm, because it really hangs on to that nut. It takes all of about 5 minutes. That belt, that drive belt on Toros, has a habit of coming loose or failing in the middle of everywhere. It fails quite often on me. So I carry spare belts with me and a 14mm socket and a socket wrench, you know, so that I can do these repairs when it fails on me out in the field, because it's not going to break down when it's on the trailer or in the garage. They always wait until you're working before it craps out, you know. But I carry spare belts with me, and once you get this method down, it takes longer to pull out the tools in the new belt than it does to do the actual repair, so to speak. You're looking at 5-10 minutes to replace it. 5 minutes to adjust it, 10 minutes to replace it. And while you're adjusting it, you can get a feel for the belt too, see how wore out it is just by feeling along it. If it's pretty wore out, I'd replace it. 20 minutes if you're new and first time around doing that. You know, and it does take some practice getting that tension right. It does. If it's too tight, it'll break. If it's too loose, it'll slip. You know. Yeah, I've replaced quite a number of these over the years. So one more time, screwdriver like flathead through there. Then once you get it through the hole, you can turn it. And again, the bigger the screwdriver, the better, to a point. And then push against that flat part after you've loosened the bolt. The nut, because the bolt is right there. Golly, got a lot of crud there. And adjust the belt tension. That's it. I think I've explained this enough. Thank you for watching.